Hello and welcome to my gaming experience. I'm Sword Rush, and this is Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombie Mode. I'm sure a lot of the people watching this probably are familiar with it, which is fine. It's a game that I enjoy playing every once in a while with family. So yeah, I'm lazy sometimes. This is from my perspective. There's 3 other people playing. They're probably better than me, and actually there used to be a recording for this. We did record some of us talking with it, but I'm really bad at commentary while playing games sometimes, so I decided, this was pretty early on actually, this was months ago now, I mean, like, seriously, like 6 months ago or something when I recorded this, so it's been a while, and I kept meaning to actually put it up, but I never got around to it until now. So I didn't feel like the recording was very good, so I went ahead and I'm doing it again. Call of Duty is, well, I don't really play Call of Duty. This is literally the only Call of Duty I play at all. But the first-person perspective is really fun, and first-person shooter stuff is really fun, and I enjoy this part about it because it's kind of mindless fun, right? So Call of Duty, I mean, there's probably a bunch of different mission objectives and different things that you can do in it. I don't really care about any of it. I want to kill zombies, and thank you for saving me there. Of course, now I'm going to ignore saving somebody else and let them handle it instead of me. In any case, I like the mindless fun of just killing zombies, and maybe this part of the game could probably be better with Nazi zombies and doing, Nazi World War II weaponry. But I enjoy the simplicity of it, and I think that this isn't some everybody's favorite zombie mode in Call of Duty. I don't know what people's favorite zombie mode is, and I do wish that I could try out some of the other ones, just because I don't really know. But as simplistic as it is, there also is a bit of strategy to it, and knowing when to use different weapons and knowing what weapons to get, and also knowing what to spend your points on, because sometimes your points are much better spent on stuff like what I was just using there, which is this electric knuckles thing that kind of just one KOs until a certain round. Which is nice, because then you're not using ammo as much, you just have to get right up on them, and you have to practice punching them in the face. Yeah, this is a bit of the boring stuff, though, rebuilding these barriers. These barriers help prevent the zombies from coming in. Oop, there we go. See, so he has to pull them off before he can get through. And of course I'm taking my sweet time aiming. Now, that being said, like I said, so you have a number of different weapons that you can choose from, and that's possibly one of the things that I dislike about the game, is that to be able to get these weapons, a lot of these weapons, especially the best ones, you have to use this magic box that you have to pay points for. You get points for killing zombies. Yes, instantly. But a lot of times that magic box will spit out weapons that you don't want, that are just awful. Like, a lot of times you'll really be needing some kind of heavy machine gun, especially in the later rounds, so we haven't really gotten very far. I think maybe the furthest we've gotten is like round 17 or something. But so it does get very difficult because there's so many zombies that it's really hard to keep track of them, but sometimes you'll really need more ammo, or you need a better gun, and the game will give you a pistol instead, or a magnum that's totally worthless. I mean, the magnum is a strong weapon, but just later on in the rounds, it doesn't help you as much, because you really need something like what I'm carrying right now, where you can really take off people's heads really easily. Oh, right to the face. Sucker punch. So I would say that there's definite improvements that can be done on this. Another improvement will be that, wow, I'm really getting in there with that. Oh, come on, go. There we go. I really wish the collision boxes between you and every object everywhere else, you could really get stuck on things, and that works with zombies because it kind of gives this sort of partial realism with getting grabbed and dragged kind of thing, or you know, like sort of dragged to the ground, dragged. But sometimes you just get hung up on boxes and things, and you're like, wait, why am I still let me go? But of course the game doesn't, you know, like you have to like completely stop what you're doing, back up, try again to get around. The other thing is that the running bit, the controls for running is actually kind of weird. Oh, so okay, so I'm gonna be jumping around a little bit with these rounds because I wanted to cut out some of the game because there's just so much. We recorded like an hour, almost 2 hours of this game. And it was only two times. We all died one time, and then we went again, died a second time. And in 2 hours, we'd only played two games basically of this. So I recorded all that, but now it's gone. What was I saying? Something about collision stuff that could be better. The weapons could definitely be better as well. And oh, the running. So you have to like hold in one of the joysticks to be able to run in the direction that you want to run. And it makes it really hard to kind of switch and do other things with your hand. It takes a lot of practice. And so it took a long time. Like, this is me having played probably upwards of 50 times with this. And just trying to get used to how everything functions. Because I'm not always that good with the Xbox control. This is on Xbox, so it might be different with some of the other controls, but... And there's also other things that I'm not using. I don't typically use grenades, which is another button, and I think that if I was able to switch that to a different control, then maybe that would work out better instead, where I could, like, I could use one of the shoulder buttons to do running, and then have maybe pressing in to do grenade throwing or something, and that would work a lot better. So maybe adjustment. Oh, there you go, right there. I got caught on that box, and I had to fuss with it for a second to get up the stairs. And the running isn't always useful either, because running down those stairs, the game will just randomly cause you to lose health because you it's saying that you tried to jump down the stairs or something, which is really weird. But I'm gonna show a little bit more of this rebuilding this barrier thing. It is useful in the very beginning of the rounds, like the first probably 5 rounds. You're really looking for points, and they give you like 10 points each time, and you need a decent amount of points to get some of the things. I think with the electric knuckles you need like 6,000. So you really need to... You're kind of scrimping for anything, but it does help at the very beginning of the round sometimes to do the building aspects, just so that you can... dang it, I keep missing my pie. Just so you get points, but then later on you want to slow them down just a little bit, give you a little bit of time to kill some of them before they start chasing you around, because this round in particular and the next round are where you start dying. And I think especially here, I don't think that the electric knuckles are working anymore to one-hit KO, so I'm having to shoot guys and then punch them, which is... this takes tons of practice. This is like the next step when you're like trying to show how good you are, and you're like, okay, so now I need to learn how to shoot and then stop shooting, and punch them. And it gets very intense. Like I said, I mean, all those zombies could easily kill me if I wasn't paying attention. Luckily, I get out of that scrap, and I also get really lucky because, yeah, insta-kill! Oh, come on, machine gun them all. Oh, see, there you go. So I had a slightly better weapon in the sense that it had a faster reload time, so I switched to it. So I could do that even though the other one has a lot more ammo, so that's part of the other thing. Managing ammo takes practice, but I mean, that's sort of every first-person shooter game, so no real surprise there, but at least I was able to last a little bit longer and manage to survive when other people were dying, so. Oh, let's see. And I don't think I switched back to that gun. Oh, yes. Yeah, well, somebody died anyway. I don't remember exactly how many zombies come out each round, but it gets really hairy later on, and there are techniques in the later rounds to figure out how to dodge that. And I think that may be sort of the thing that's kind of fascinating to me in this particular sense, because this is one of the several areas. If you haven't played this, there's several areas that you can choose from. This is just one of them. This is the one that we play pretty much exclusively, because the strategy for it does take practice. You have to learn that you can't just keep reusing the same tactics, and this is about round 14, round 15 is about when you need to start switching up, and that's because right now it's enough that we're just kind of shooting and killing them, but it's going to get to the point where there's just too many zombies, and you can't just hang out in one place or one area. Like, I typically cover this area. That's sort of the thing that I do, is covering this area. Oh, hi, Mark. But the next strategy is that you have to start leaving areas. You have to break up where you go, and you have to run around in circles and just pick off one zombie at a time kind of thing and lead them all in a circle, so that you can survive, because there's just too many. They fill up the whole area, and I think there's only so many zombies that can be in the area at one time, and that's just because it's a programming kind of thing. Like, only so many moving objects these guys lumbering around is possible. So you lead them all around in a circle, and you get ahead of them, then you turn and you shoot one, kill it, and then you start running again, get away. And that's just one of the techniques, and I decided not to include any video of that because I suck at doing this, and I just basically died, and one of the other four in our group is really good at doing that, so they will be the ones to show the running around like a lunatic. So, yep, this will be the end, unfortunately. We're getting there. Because, yeah, they're trying to run away, but it's not going to work too much. I'm definitely going to get up, though. No, totally. Oh. Okay, well, like I said, this is the end. The zombie apocalypse killed us, like it always does. And we had fun, so I think that's the main goal. Thank you all for watching. There's our points, and I hope you enjoy this, and we will see you again next time.